biggest myth about snakes is that they're dangerous, and today I'll be shattering this myth with surprising real-life examples that might change the way you see snakes. Before we dive in, I ask you to keep an open mind. Challenging such a widespread and emotional belief might spark a venomous reaction, but it's crucial. Our perception of snake danger directly influences our behavior, which in turn affects how snakes react to us. What I'm about to share could not only change your perception, but potentially save your life. Let's start with a story about black mambas. This is Mike and me when we rediscovered the Albaniada in South Africa. Mike used to work at one of Africa's largest reptile centers where they had 3 adult black mambas in an enclosure just big enough for him to walk in. During our trip, he asked how I thought they cleaned the enclosures, which I naively suggested they must catch all 3. He told me no way, that would be too dangerous, and that he would just go inside calmly and make sure that he didn't scare them. It contradicted everything I'd heard about black mambas. Just thinking about them got my heart racing. But Mike told me they're intelligent and aware, and like any other snake, they won't attack without reason, but they are highly sensitive to body language. This revelation challenged my own deeply ingrained fear, which had been passed down by stories and movies rather than personal experience. It made me realize how much our perceptions are shaped by second-hand fear. Now, if you think walking into a black mamba's enclosure is crazy, you're right. If it's you doing it, your fear and inexperience would trigger a dangerous chain of events. I'm not advocating recklessness here, but Mike's experience allows us a glimpse into their true nature. Here's an analogy. A parked car isn't dangerous, but if it's rolling towards a cliff with you in it, the situation becomes dangerous, not the car itself. And if you're standing safely on the side watching the car roll off the cliff, well, then there's no danger at all. Standing a few meters away from any snake is not dangerous, but people often feel compelled to act, usually to kill the snake to protect others. While this is well-intentioned, this reaction can create danger that wasn't there to begin with, and studies have shown that up to 80% of bites occur when people try to capture or kill snakes. This means that snakes are not inherently dangerous. The danger arises from how we interact with them. The situation can become dangerous. So that means that the danger lies in our actions and our misunderstandings. Snakes don't attack unless they feel threatened. You are far more likely to die in a car accident than from a snake bite. In fact, the leading cause of death for people aged 5 to 29 is road traffic injuries. Yet we think nothing about getting into a car every day. Our fears don't match the facts. In India, around 60,000 people die from snake bites every year, compared to only 2 in Australia, despite it having arguably the world's most venomous snakes. This difference isn't due to the snakes themselves being more dangerous in India, but lack of access to healthcare and proper protection. People are brought closer to these snakes. They're working in the fields and rice paddies with nothing on their legs, and then the snakes are around. So the key to understanding is what create these situations where the snakes feel threatened. It's time to rethink our deep-seated fears and consider the facts over the myths. Look to those with real experience, challenge your beliefs, and you might find a new understanding of these creatures. When we shift our view to the danger of the situation rather than pointing angry fingers at the animal, it opens up a new world where we gain control, where our behavior can change the outcome. We regain control through our choices in what to wear and how to act. In the end, there is nothing to fear. With informed action, the risks are almost zero. Now, I appreciate that you might not see it yet, or you might not agree with me, and that's okay. But I hope that something takes root and that you'll be able to experience the freedom that I and other animal lovers experience when we are around these amazing creatures. Let me ask you now, do you think snakes are dangerous?